If you have been following this training in the sequential order, I'm sure you will get to understand why we are talking about file types now. Now, what are the file types we are talking about? The file types sometimes could be your input as assets, design assets, and sometimes or most times you send them as outputs as design assets also. They are meant to be either produced or used online or as a final product. So what are the file types that we have? Let's check them. Number one, we have vectors. Now, the common use cases of vectors are for logo designs, for mobile accounts, and for illustrations. Now, the reason why they are called vectors is because they can be enlarged without losing quality. Now, because of this, they are described as small graphics that use mathematical calculations to display images. Most common types are Adobe Illustration and EPS. EPS will come to the meaning shortly, and you will understand. And we also sometimes it's also PDF. It also comes in PDF. Now, they are essential for cross-platform design, for billboard, for business card, and etc. They are good for such practices. The next that we have is raster. Now, raster is good for photographs, it's good for images on the website. Now, they're also good for adding special effects, color correction, and manipulating photos. Resolution dependent. What this means is that if you increase a rasterized image, it becomes blurry and it lowers the quality. It is composed of pixel on a grid, where each pixel assigns a color value. Most common type is your Jpeg, that's your joint photographic expert group, your PNG, your portable network graphic, and your GIF, graphically interchangeable format. And then we also have your Jpeg, that's a file type, which is very, very common. Jpeg means joint photography expert group. Images with web-based designs, that's an example, that's where it's most commonly used. File of choice for banner or publishers. Then previewing design work is best also in Jpeg. It has, what are the advantages? Because it has quick loading time, it is used in web-based designs where small file size are important. It cannot have a transparent background. So when you are talking about Jpeg images, you are talking about an absence of a transparent background. Because a white background will be added automatically. The most widely used file type on the internet is your Jpeg. It also flattens images, so images are not editable. File size can be compressed infinitely, but with loss of quality. It means you can further reduce the quality of a Jpeg, but you would always be losing quality as you do so. Another one you should consider is your PNG. Another file type is your PNG. PNG stands for Portable Network Graphic. Now, what are the use cases? Use cases of PNG are images within web-based designs. Then, these are examples of websites and emails that comes into our inboxes and that we'll find online. They are usually PNG, Portable Network Graphics. File of choice for banner and publishers. It is also good for previewing design work. It is compressed for quick views on websites, small size and quick load times is one of its advantages. It can be saved with a transparent background. Remember, JPEG images cannot be saved with a transparent background, but PNG, Portable Network Graphic images, can be saved with a transparent background. And it's also good for placing one image on top of another. Now remember, I said with JPEG we can't save with a transparent background. If you are saving on JPEG, it automatically has a white background. But when you are saving on PNG or you're saving with PNG, you can save with a transparent background. Okay, and also notice that a PNG can be compressed within set limits. It is having slower load time than JPEG, but without losing quality. But with a JPEG, you can compress it infinitely, but you are losing quality. But with a PNG, you can compress it well within a set limit without losing quality. The only difference is that when it's about to load, it will take more time. Now we also have EPS. EPS stands for Encapsulated Postscript file. So we have it's also good for logo design. It is good for print design. It can be resized without losing its quality, almost like a vector tool. Encapsulated Postscript file means that it is usable by any vector graphic application. This means that you can start your design on Adobe Illustrator and then complete it on CorelDRAW, or you could export it for a CorelDRAW user to edit, especially when it's having to do with a lot of design that may have or need adjustments, or if it is subcontracted work and you are doing it and 2-3 designers are dealing with different softwares, you should use Adobe Illustrator to save it as an EPS and then send it to the CorelDRAW so you can continue using it. Virtually any vector graphic application can work with an APS without losing quality. Then we also have GIF. GIF stands for Graphical Interchangeable Format. It's an animated banner art. It's animated emails. You find it there. It's also popular on informal blogs and articles. The second most used file on the internet after the JPEG is the GIF. Please remember, the second most used file on the internet after JPEG is GIF. Now, it is also great for animation videos that play automatically without loading time at all. It is easily portable and very small size, usually around 150 kilobytes, having very small size. Another one we have again is the PDF, and it's a portable document format. So what this means is that print designs, as most printers will ask for the PDF as the final file. Print designs come out well when they are done in PDF. All design previews can be done in PDF. But most times, if you are dealing with logo and you are afraid that your client may just cut away your logo without paying back, send it in a PDF format and then put a watermark. That way you are all safe. So that's the way people preview designs. So you can send it in a PDF format. Then it is also most suitable for sharing preview work. Now, it is good most times, especially when you're dealing with official document designs, it's good to send the preview in form of a PDF so they can interact with it in any software or in any environment. Then it can also save in the form of Illustrator or Photoshop files. You can save Photoshop and Illustrator files as PDFs and then reopen them in their native programs for editing. What am I saying? In essence, you can save a Photoshop file as PDF and then open it in Photoshop and edit it as though you're editing a Photoshop file. Another thing to consider is the Adobe Illustrator. It's another file type. It is good and suitable and recommended for logo design, icons, and illustrations. It allows you or your designer to easily make edits. Vector-based working file is created with Adobe Illustrator, meaning that you can scale up and scale down without losing quality. Anything logo, anything vector-based, anything icon, this is your go-to application. Then another one we have, and the final one, is the Photoshop file. It is flexible but recommended for digital website layouts, banner layouts, and email layouts. Allows you or your designer to easily make edits. It is raster-based working file created with Adobe Photoshop, meaning that unlike Illustrator, where you can scale things up and scale things down, it is, as you said, vectors mathematically enlarge without losing quality. It doesn't lose quality. But this is raster-based, and we say raster loses quality. It is resolution dependent. Once you increase the size, the resolution falls. So it's raster-based working file, meaning that your Photoshop, when you zoom in, you start to see the pixels that form each of the whole image you are looking at. Then PDF files can be saved by layer for individual access as needed. You will come to this shortly when we start the Photoshop class.